cleaning, disinfection, sterilization. Most students memorize those 3 words as a list, get them confused under exam pressure, and lose points they did not need to lose. They are not a list. They are a ladder, and once you understand what each rung actually kills, about a dozen separate exam rules stop being things you memorize and start being things you can work out. This is worth your time because infection control sits inside the scientific concepts domain, which is 35% of the cosmetology theory exam, and it is the single most heavily tested area inside it. Your state inspector cares about exactly the same rules, so let us build the ladder. Rung 1 is cleaning, also called sanitizing. Soap or detergent and running water, physically scrubbing debris, oil and product residue off an implement. Cleaning removes some microbes by washing them down the drain, but it kills almost nothing. That is not a weakness. Cleaning is the step that makes the next rung possible. Rung 2 is disinfection, a chemical that kills most pathogens on a hard, non-porous surface. This is the working level of a salon, an EPA-registered disinfectant in a covered container with the implement fully immersed. Disinfection does not kill bacterial spores, and it is not meant to. Rung 3 is sterilization, which destroys all microbial life including spores, and in practice requires an autoclave. Hospitals live here. Salons generally do not, and your exam does not expect them to. Now the analogy that makes the order stick. Think of soil on an implement as an umbrella. Disinfectant rains down on the surface, but any microorganism sheltering under a film of oil, product, or skin cells never gets wet. Worse, that organic material chemically neutralizes many active ingredients. So a soiled implement has not been disinfected, no matter how long it's soaked. That single picture generates the first rule. You always clean before you disinfect, and cleaning is never optional and never a substitute. The disinfectant's registered efficacy data assume a pre-cleaned surface, so skipping the scrub voids the label claim entirely. The second rule comes from asking which implements can climb the ladder at all, and the answer is decided by one property: porosity. A non-porous item, stainless steel shears, metal nippers, a metal comb has no interior for microbes to hide in, so it can be cleaned, fully immersed, and reused. A porous item absorbs. An emery board, a foam buffer block, a wooden applicator. Blood, skin cells, and microbes soak in below the surface where no disinfectant reaches and no result can be. So porous equals single-use equals discard after one client. There is no soaking time that fixes it. The third rule is that the label is the law. An EPA-registered salon disinfectant must claim, at minimum, that it is bactericidal, virucidal, and fungicidal, the 3 families of organism you meet in salon services. Many states additionally require a tuberculocidal claim. The contact time is whatever the label prints, because that is the number the efficacy testing established, and using a registered disinfectant against its labeling is a federal violation, and the solution gets replaced at least every 24 hours, or immediately the moment it looks cloudy or dirty, because the active ingredient is consumed by the debris carried in on the implements. Now watch the ladder answer a question you may never have been taught directly. A salon keeps its metal implements in an ultraviolet cabinet. What is that cabinet actually for? Option 1 says it disinfects and replaces the chemical. Option 2 says it sterilizes, so implements are ready to reuse. Option 4 says it cleans debris without soap and water. All 3 are wrong for the same reason. The cabinet is not on the ladder at all. Ultraviolet light does not penetrate crevices, shadows, or any soil sitting on the implement, and the units are not EPA registered as disinfectants. Option 3 is correct. A UV cabinet is only a clean, dry storage container for implements that were already cleaned and disinfected. That is the pattern the exam rewards. You do not need to have memorized a UV cabinet fact. You need to ask which rung this claims to be, and then check whether it can possibly do that job. So remember, cleaning removes, disinfection kills most pathogens, sterilization kills everything including spores. Soil is an umbrella, so you always clean first. Porosity decides reusable versus discard. And the label decides the claims, the contact time, and the dilution. Drill this on real questions, free at .com/en/cosmetology. Infection control and safety, hair care services, skin and nail sciences, and salon chemistry in English, Chinese, and Spanish with no sign-up.